Sat. I'm Sat. It's time for round number 10. These decks could be very sweet. Ailey and Corey are with us in the booth, so we'll pass it over to them.
Thank you so much, friends. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second round of draw for the day. I'm Ailey Loney alongside Corey Baumeister,
Hey,
one
hey.
and only. We're super pumped to get into what looks like it's going to be a bit of a slugfest between two pretty interesting-looking decks.
Very
one a lot more
interesting.
powerful than the other, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Both decks do look pretty solid, but man, one of them's got the bombs, to say the
Holy
least. So
moly.
yeah, Super Scroll, one of the better cards here in the whole set, and an absolute blast to play.
Yeah.
Now, the triple black to be able to cast it, of course, is a real cost, but not really in Timo's deck, you know?
No, not at all.
A lot of fixing.
Absolutely. You know, Undercover Scroll, I'm sure Paul gushed about it a whole bunch in the previous round. His absolute favorite card in the set. And we saw some of the power of the other cards, not even the Scrolls. We saw Madame Moss go absolutely crazy in the last round. He had like 7 2/1 menace creatures on the board. It was insane.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of a rare. Like, that card
Yeah.
is really so powerful as well.
I
so.
think I've made, on average, I make 1 creature off of Madame Moss because it's just it's a lightning rod. It gets killed immediately.
And honestly, that's usually good enough. It's a little bit Grave Titan-esque, you know? Even if you just get the one, it's still very, very strong.
Kicking things off here with Misty Knight, Hero for Hire. Powerful 3/1, able to do some discard nonsense for you. Trying to fix out the hand a little bit more. And here, speaking of fixing, we're going to cycle this dinosaur and go and get us a land. I wonder if it's going to be a swamp.
Yeah, we shall see. Both hands look pretty good. Right now, Bernardo does not have access to black mana, but does have the Sentinel to be able to search that up if we need, but might have to take that turn off, which is a little less than exciting.
Yeah. Definitely not something you want to be doing too much of, but hey, if you're given these cards with triple pips in them, they're really good. You gotta do what you gotta do here. So Kree Sentinel will be able to find Bernardo the lands he's missing. On the other side of things, looking pretty solid here for Timo. Got himself nicely set up for the next turn.
I do love kind of waiting till turn 4 to land cycle. It's just a little slow, but if you can cycle and then activate Misty Knight, you do get to discard and draw 2, which is pretty nice.
That is pretty cool, yeah.
But I think on turn 4, U.S. Agent John Walker, one of my all-time favorite uncommons here from the set.
Yeah, you like him?
Is really, really tough to ignore here. That shield that gets left behind has such value.
I do like the shields in this set. Captain America specifically, you know, who
Yeah,
doesn't,
well, that
love,
one's
who doesn't love
incredible.
a 0/8 buff. Claw Sonic Subjugator now, with 1 critter in the bin, is going to force Bernardo to reveal 2 cards. And Timo can pick his favorite here. And do we want to take the land?
I mean,
Cut him off?
if you have perfect information, you maybe take the land, but that's the thing is Timo does not have the perfect information, but whoa, does it anyways.
Love it.
That
All
did
right.
feel like it was kind of bait a little bit.
Yeah.
So now you could run into a problem if Bernardo cycles here to get the swamps and doesn't draw land 4. You feel kind of brutal, but if you do draw 2 lands off the top, you know, this is just genius here from Bernardo.
Gets to keep his powerful 6-drop, the Monsters of Evil, but also gives Timo time to find an answer for that eventually.
Yeah. I absolutely love the claw as well, and Timo has 2 of those, which is excellent. Anytime you can get one of these 3-mana 2/2 bodies that 2-for-1s, here on training one of the mythic commons here, it's 2-for-1s in the sense where it takes a card from your opponent, is really powerful as well.
I'm curious to see now if Bernardo's going to sniff out a Electra, Daughter of the Hand, incoming here, potentially, before damage is dealt.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da, here she comes. There Misty Knight goes.
Most of the time, this is a card that you very rarely sneak in, just because it's so good on 4, but when you're picking up the claw, I mean, that is awesome.
That's just going to be so brutal again, especially if he's able to, you know, pick a spot where he can disrupt the entire hand of Bernardo, you know, get full information out of him.
Look at this choice from Timo that just paid off, not picking the card of Master of Evil, and all of a sudden, Bernardo drawing a blue card into a 4-drop has nothing to cast
Nowhere
at
to go.
all. So, I mean, 100% if Bernardo could have saw the future a little, would have picked any other card in hand and gave Timo the option there.
Yeah, you know, you run the numbers in your head, you're like, yeah, my deck is mostly land. I'm sure going to find something, right?
Yeah.
At least at that point, but yeah. Sonic Subjugator once again. Oh, man. And now this is going to be information for Timo. You know, just, okay, obviously missed land drop. Like, you've got some gas in hand.
Yeah. And now at this point, you're just like,
Just take
well,
the cheapest thing.
yeah, either or. Bernardo is not too upset about either one of those cards going away. A 6-drop or a 3-mana card that is just uncastable. And another little thing that just went wrong for Bernardo here. The Warrior discarding in the way that Bernardo tapped, unable to actually play Stark Industry Executive. So kind of every little minor decision Bernardo has had so far has kind of backfired so far.
Yeah, that's real rough. And you can see on his face, a slight grimace there. He's not super happy with how things are going. And, I wouldn't be either. There's 2 impactful creatures on board here for Timo. He's correctly picked the right cards to discard, and Kunlun Moria has no choice but to get in the way here, just to try and mitigate the damage a little bit.
Yeah, Timo has 2-for-1 Bernardo every single turn of the game, starting with turn 3, so that is, really, really brutal, that's for sure. Bernardo, of course, like Maria was saying, just an absolute Magic Online crusher, has just been a part of the Magic Online Champion Showcase over and over and over again.
And that guy tapped. Yeah, tapped.
There we go, there we go.
Time.
Wasn't going to do too much blocking here anyways, that's for sure.
Here comes the captain. Or, excuse me.
There somewhere.
What's his name, John?
A captain.
A captain, yes. Not the captain.
Agent John Walker there
There we
bringing
go.
in the shield. That's a nice card. Even if you lose the powerful 4/4, then you get the shield to hang around.
Yeah.
Bernardo requalified by going 11-5 at the last Pro Tour, so on a bit of
Good
a heater.
record. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, he had 5 day 2s in a row, I think. So, he was
Yeah.
certainly scratching at the door of the top 8.
Yeah, we look at our Survivor segment where we're seeing 15 in a row for Ely and Javier, but 5 in a row day 2 is excellent.
That's respectable.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Truck Toss, Hour of Defeat, so 4 mana answers for whatever team is going to be deploying soon. I bet he's saving that for a certain Super Scroll. Stark Industries Executive, it's fodder at this point, unless he really gets desperate. Widow's Bite now, taking care of the U.S. agent.
Yeah, and just looks far too much to come back from, unless we have Avengers Disassemble, which we know that he does not. No way to come back here. And that's going to be game number 1 to Timo in just impressive fashion. Everything was a 2-for-1, and that just looked really, really strong.
Yeah, Timo never took his foot off the gas, and unfortunately fumbling on mana there a little bit for Bernardo. But let's go game 2 and see if his fortune swings this time around.
And Timo, the only undefeated player left in the event, has the 1 draw, but still just absolutely dominating so far.
Look at that. 3 lands, a way to get a 4th turn 4 Super Scroll.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. No turn 2 play, which is a little less than ideal, but Bernardo is obliging to not have a 2-drop as well. Looks like Bernardo may have mulliganed a little bit here.
Yeah. Might see Aim Scientist cycled. Nope. Gotta hang on to that. Do we have blue? No. Hidden Lair, does that make blue?
Hidden Lair?
What does that one do?
God,
Yeah, that is blue, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's the Demir land.
And let's see if we have any. The Master of Evil doesn't find any plans in this
No.
deck, so it is just a 6-drop.
I don't think I've ever used that ability on it.
I did early on because I was, kind of trying out the
Yeah, yeah.
plans. And now the plans, I wouldn't say are like a big miss or anything, but they are really tough to work out.
I think the coolest thing I've done with Masters of Evil is chuck it on turn 3 or whatever, and then on turn 4 or 5, turn 5 get to attack with the guy that reanimates something.
Oh,
Bring it back.
yes.
Yeah, pay
Yeah.
for reanimate.
That is incredible, that's for sure. I've gotten a lot of Doom Reign Supreme. That one is quite nice if you get the villain strategy going.
Oh, that's so nice.
Well, Bernardo's got a Claw as well.
Claw.
The 2-for-1s on Bernardo's side instead of Timo's.
Yeah. Here comes our Aim Scientists. They're going to connive. Let's see what he chucks on the yard here.
True Agent Walker there.
U.S. Agent John Walker.
And you're in a much better spot here with U.S. Agent John Walker than the previous game because, well, he had no time to really stabilize with that card. This game looking a lot better.
Sure is. And with some, removal backup, Hydra Troopers with one more thing in the bin will create another 2-1 for him if he's patient enough with that. On Timo's side, where do we go from here? We've got a Cruel Alliance. We've got the Claw Sonic Subjugator. Or we can just jam Super Scroll. Super Scroll.
Yeah,
unfortunately, it's going to get a little frosty.
Exactly. I think Timo was just saying, like, all right, do I have the luxury to not just play my best card and try to buy out a removal spell with something else? And I agree with him. The answer is no. It just does not.
Yep. Frozen in Ice, so Super Scroll gets to cosplay Captain America for a little bit.
Yep, there we go.
Yep.
And not really many ways to kind of blink it out or remove the enchantment in, Golgari or Timo's deck in general.
Yeah.
So the only way we're going to have a Super Scroll activating and doing its thing is, well, if we find the second one. Which normally we can't say that you got 2 of that card.
But see, then we can Legend Rule it, and then we can use Unliving Legionnaire and bring it back to the one in the graveyard, and that's fine. He's going to be able to activate both, I betcha.
But the flip side, Bernardo just top decked Tony Stark.
Ooh.
Not really going to care about casting the front side there, but 1 more mana, getting the back side of a 5/5 hasting flyer should pretty much lock up this game if he's able to find that in a timely fashion.
Yeah, I've never gotten to play Tony Stark. In all the drafts I've done, I haven't found a Tony.
Yeah, that card is really, really good.
Even just the front side, just drawing you cards endlessly. It's
yeah,
pretty sweet.
It's a little tough because the artifact theme is tough to get together, but man, the backside is still incredible.
Yep.
5/5 flying haste. You pay
Stick an
even a little
on the
more
board.
than that. Yeah.
I don't think there's too many artifact synergies going on, really.
Keen Sentinel.
Just a 5/5.
Keen Sentinel, putting that into play.
Pre-Sentinel,
yeah. I've done that quite a bit, and that is a very powerful combination. And something that
Imagine you have the 10 rings.
and something that Bernardo can do in his deck does have a Kree Sentinel to kind of combo with.
Yeah. All right.
Or Herbie.
Yeah. Don't forget about that little guy. But what about a Deathlock Soldier? So there are some options here, but, hasty 5/5, add what, Timo's life is right now. I think we're going to get there.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked that Bernardo played the Trooper there last turn instead of the U.S. Agent.
Maybe just want some inevitability or, absolutely make sure about it.
Wanted more bodies, but I definitely would have played the U.S. Agent last turn. As the worst case scenario, you had to choose between this incredibly powerful 6-drop or U.S. Agent. But
here comes the hasty Iron Man. And Troopers gets in as well as the 2/1. Down to 4 goes Timo. Gains some life off of that Cruel Alliance.
Timo does have the Punishing Punch, though, here to deal with the powerful creature. So
okay, he might stabilize.
Yeah, right now we are very much stabilized, and even a removal spell off the top from Bernardo is kind of not enough.
Does he have green? He doesn't have green.
Oh, no, does not have green.
That's a Punishing Punch.
That is a problem. Yep.
Yep. Widow's Bite, however, can maybe keep him alive? Question mark? No.
Yep, that is a hideout, not a surveillance room. So, unfortunately, it will not have green. In that case,
disregard.
In that case, the only way that we can survive is by shrinking Iron Man.
Yeah,
but then
it's 3, but you can't block the what do you call him? The Menace Friend?
Yeah, exactly. So I like this. You have to connive first, hope to find green, and that'll keep you alive. Impressive. You have to get rid of the bite.
Wow.
But we found it.
Yeah, he did it.
And now you kind of just have to main phase it.
Nice. Yeah. 2 less to cost if 2 critters are in the bin. And then, double a critter's power and whack something.
Yeah, and you get a counter on both creatures from the ability of the powerful 5-drop, which is a nice little combo with that land.
Rocks on Brutes, certainly made for the connive deck, but fills in the gap, fetching lands in multiple archetypes.
And I'm wondering, I think Timo's just thinking, can I wait with this punch, or what's the reason to wait? And kind of feels like you just have to do it now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's going to wait.
I guess
It's an
Timo's
instant.
just saying, if you draw a removal spell anyways, I can't win.
Sure.
So just kind of going for that aspect.
All right.
Oh, that was a great draw. I think that was a
find?
Hydra Troopers off the top. Just putting in 2 more bodies here is going to be excellent.
All right. I mean, attacking into... Well, no.
Yeah.
No reach.
You could attack with everything, and Bernardo would just lose 1 of the ground creatures, and then, of course, the punch would kill Iron Man. But I like this no attack. Like, force Timo to have it right now.
Oh!
I think this attack is fine, too, because no matter what, you're getting in 2 damage. And then the Hydra Trooper is going to put in 2 more bodies, and you should still have it locked up next turn.
Yeah. Man, I bet he wished he could have kept that Widow's Bite.
Yeah, definitely. But the alternative of losing the game is probably okay.
Fair. You know, 1 extra card in hand just to chuck would have been great to keep another piece of removal in there for Timo, but he is alive. He's at 2. Troopers goes die, and Bernardo Torres will redeploy the Troopers.
And I think if Timo knew that there was going to be another Troopers there, would have probably double blocked one of the Menace creatures.
Yeah.
Because then you could draw a creature here and you could stabilize, but now, like, you can't even draw a removal, you can't even draw a creature. I don't know what kind of top decks we can have. Electra, probably.
Massacre Girl would be dope.
Electra is actually the one out.
How?
No way. Because he just drew it. Because you get to kill one of the Menace creatures, and then you have 3 creatures to block.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I didn't see what he drew. Perfect.
That was the only top deck. Even Madame Mask wasn't going to be enough. Another Super Scroll wouldn't have been enough.
Good grief.
Incredible draw for Timo to stay in this.
Wow. All right. Where's that second Super Scroll? Come on. Come on. Let's see it.
Right now, Timo has had to, summon exactly 1 card for a couple different turns.
He's used his 1 time 3 times, basically. What?
Wow. Wow.
Sir.
Bernardo's like, come on, please stop.
Dude, I'm in that spot for him. This is ridiculous.
That does still legend rule the other one.
Yeah, that goes in the bin. That's great. That's where you want it.
Yeah, let's see if they catch that.
Yeah,
because that should be legend rule. I think it's so minor, but of course.
Yeah. I mean, it's still relevant. It's a body. There are fight spells in green, that kind of thing.
And using villain mana right now, you can use the ability to make a wall.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh my gosh, this is just slipping away from Bernardo. Does he? Oh, he's got Truck Toss.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
he's
but
got Truck Toss in the deck.
Let's see. Yeah, there is 2 Truck Tosses.
There's 2. Okay, so his 1 time, he needs a Truck Toss.
And has a lot of time to do so. So
yeah. He's not under pressure, at least yet.
Yeah.
When Timo starts turning things sideways, then you got to start panicking.
Yeah.
Especially because he can start picking the creatures off now. He's got access to any color mana he wants, courtesy of that villainous hideout. So.
Yeah, the one thing that he can't do with Super Scroll is any kind of life game. If there was a life gain mode instead of make a wall, this game would be completely over. But at this point, open deck list at the feature match table. So Timo has to understand that he has to close the game out fast before the old truck tosses.
Oh, yeah. Double Truck Toss. So that's what Bernardo is hoping for here. Wow. Man, the top of Timo's deck has just been so.
It had to be Forest. Electra was the only out for that turn, and then it didn't have to be Super Scroll.
Super Scroll, but that's just, cherry on top pretty much.
Yeah, Super Scroll was just a treat. How about a Madame Mask?
Hang on, I'd like to report a bug, please. My opponent is drawing the nuts.
Yeah, my goodness. To be fair, Timo's deck is full of great cards.
Yeah.
And this is what is going to happen when your deck is full of great cards. Believe it or not, you draw them. Oh, my. But of course, he did have a plethora of different lands that would have lost him the game on the spot.
Oh, sure, yeah. Oh, goodness. Okay. So Bernardo's sitting there going, truck, toss, truck, toss. He's got the mana for it. He just needs to find it.
Yeah, let's see.
Is there any other ways? He's got like Repulsor Blast that he can bop him with?
Nope. Looks like Truck Toss is the only out to just win the game straight away, but does have the ability to loot every single turn thanks to the Misty Knight. So Bernardo's got 2 looks at it every turn. And the clock for Timo, we'll see how fast it is because the +4/+4 mode is real, which we just saw. So that was an attack for 8. We might need it this turn here from Bernardo.
Rocks on Brutes has Menace, so...
Yeah.
Oh, phooey. Come on, deck. Oh, I'm mad for him now. Come on, Misty. Truck, toss. Make sure you keep 2 red up. Truck, toss.
Oh, just
Damn
the
it.
robot.
Oh, man. I'm so bummed for him.
Yeah, Bernardo definitely had this game pretty locked up. His start was great.
Yeah.
And it just kind of fell apart. Now, we'll see if the game is truly over here. It might not be. I guess if we just play a land, you can double activate and fly in the air for 12. So, yeah, land off the top would just mean double green activation from Super Scroll.
Yeah.
But We shall see. Or just attacking with everything.
I think attacking with everything just does it too, right?
Well, attacking with everything will get in an extra 3
6,
damage.
6. That's 12, and then 4 in the air for however much he needs.
3, 8. It looks like 11 to me.
Oh yeah, the Rocks on Boots is a 5
Yeah,
now.
looks like 11 to me because you can double block the rocks in,
Yeah.
block one of the 3/3s. A 3/3 gets through plus Super Scroll, and you can give one of those +4. So it looks like there's going to be one more turn for Bernardo, which is 2 more draw
Holy
steps.
moly. Come on, truck toss. Give us a game 3. Truck toss, truck toss, truck toss.
And Madame Mask, largely, irrelevant, as there's really nothing that Timo can do to prevent a truck toss from winning. So
Yeah.
here comes the top of the deck for Bernardo.
Truck toss. Manifest. Come on. Come on, there's 2 in there. How many cards has he seen? Like 15 at this point?
Yeah,
More?
looks like about half. You would think you're mathematically likely to draw a truck toss.
Truck toss. Say it with me, chat.
That looked like
Was it?
U.S. agent.
Come on.
That was a blank, a great card, but
Come
a
on,
blank.
Misty. Come on. Truck toss?
No, I think that was a Stark agent. Yeah,
Hooey.
that was a wild game for this to end with Timo winning this one, but impressive deck. I do think Timo's deck is better.
It's insane, yeah.
But
Timo's
this-
deck is really good.
This game looked like it was going to be Bernardo's.
I'm so bummed. I really wanted a game 3.
Timo didn't.
Sure didn't. No. Not with G's like. He's used up all his luck now, though.
I don't know.
He's used
We'll
up 4
see.
1 times. That's not allowed. Good grief. Super
Impressive.
Scroll number 2, getting the job done here for Timo Bertram. But you know who the real hero was there? That forest.
That forest, yeah, that
That
forest.
saved his butt.
And then, so the forest, there were 6 of those, so it
Yeah.
wasn't that wild to top deck the forest there. But the turn after, it had to be exactly Electra. That was the one you gotta frame your stamped Electra after this if we're able to convert
think
this to a
so.
top 8 for sure.
I think so, yeah. Electra, Daughter of the Hand. Goodness gracious me.
So good.
That was so good. I love that match. I hope we get to see more of it. And you know what? We will, because we have a short break, and when we come back, we're going to see more action from this round of Limited. Welcome back to coverage of Pro Tour Magic the Gathering Marvel Superheroes. We are in Amsterdam and we are having a damn good time, I can say. Corey Baumeister. Here's a look inside of our hall, our players, our friends, our artists, our accessories makers. There's a whole myriad of people here, all from all over the world, and it's been such a wonderful sight to walk through and see everyone having such a great time around the game that we all love.
Yeah, and right when we come in, right when the gates open, the excitement, just a ton of people flowing in.
It's
Something's
crazy.
new every day at these Magic Cons. The energy is really electric here. It's really cool.
So great. I mean, also the preview panel that we saw yesterday, looking at all the new sets for next year. I'm so excited for it.
It was great.
I'm so excited for this match too, Corey, because we get to see Martin Juza, our overnight leader, up against Arne Huschenbeth. They were passing to each other in this draft.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So we're going to see where some of the cards that Martin didn't take, where they went.
And these two are good buddies,
Yeah.
you know, testing teammates at a point and wearing the same shirt as well. And absolutely just both killers of the game.
Absolutely.
They both won a plethora of tournaments and, you know, are largely considered, you know, some of the best players in the world.
Yeah, and Arne has really been leveling up even the next generation of players. We saw, I forget his name right now, apologies, but the last Spotlight Series winner did a coaching session with Arne right before. And he was like, yeah, you know, he really leveled my game up, and now he's going to up his rates probably. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Arne's not only a fantastic player, but a fantastic commentator for those events as well. Just really all-around great guy.
Hell yeah. Aim Synthoids on the board here now for Arne Huschenbeth. Shield Spy Kit, starting things off for Martin. And taking a look at the deck list, I don't think we've seen Arne's yet. Shown was talked about, but just a couple of the highlights for you. The one being Kang the Conqueror. Would you like some extra turns? Yes, please. He's got an Iron Man Master Machine, so really leaning into the artifacts build. We got Shuri, Wakandan Inventor. And that Ruinous Wrecking Crew that Martin opened, well, he passed it to Arne, and Arne said, sure, why not?
Exactly. And also, you know, we remember from the draft that Martin had that pick between Agent Coulson and the Vision. So we know Arne got that second pick, the Vision.
He did.
Which he was very happy about as well. So yeah, both decks look great. A little bit more consistent and streamlined for Martin, and you're in white. But then the power level from Arne's deck is a little bit higher.
Yeah, and he's got some good removal too. A Lightning Strike, Truck Toss, Repulsor Blast. So he's cooking here. I quite like the look of Arne's deck for sure.
And Arne right now does not have access to red mana, and I did see Kang in hand, but other red cards as well. So there we say the nay as well as Kang, and then red cards. So Arne has a solid follow-up here.
Was that?
A solid follow-up here, but is kind of out of gas after this.
Yeah. And yeah, it won't be very soon until he's taking an extra turn, but does have a 4/5 flyer. You know, sometimes that's enough to get the job done, as we saw from Super Scroll, the previous matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. Still a great card. Get four more land drops, and you're able to get it going. Plus, does have Stark Industries Executive, which maybe not the strongest card, but it's great at supercharging your power up, getting you there a little bit faster if you can find red in a timely manner.
Yeah. I also see Arne picked up a Castle Doom, which I've never gotten to work. You know, it always feels like there's a lack of artifacts in the set, but, you know, even with Stark Industries Executive, if you can turn those treasures into 3/3s.
Yeah, just 5 mana, make a 3/3 every turn. Like, that's a nice little combo.
Yeah, a good mana sink late in the game. We'll see if we get there.
An Agent coming on in for 4 here. This is a I dare you to block moment here, as Kang would just bounce off. But, I mean, Martin could have anything. Take up the shield or something would be a complete blowout. So we'll see if Arne calls here.
Did we see it take up the shield for him? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
He does have the Red Guardian, though. Those are the two combat tricks, in inverted commas, which would definitely be a blowout for Arne. I don't think he's blocking with Kang if his life well, maybe if his life depended on it, but you don't want to block it unless absolutely necessary.
And that's the thing. When you see 2 Red Guardians, would Arne ever attack here? Probably not. Especially if Martin's like, you can go to combat. I'm not going to tap that down. Then it's kind of obvious. But Martin did a really smart thing when he built this deck. He has a plethora of other flash creatures. There's Spider-Man to the rescue and Ghost Spectral Saboteur.
Saboteur, yeah.
Which, that card's not that great, but think about how the games are going to play out. Martin's going to be holding up mana, and if people aren't going to attack into you, the best thing you can do is be like, okay, I didn't have it anyways, flash in a 3-drop. So he made a genius decision there in deck building. And, well, Martin Juza, when it comes to Magic the Gathering, absolute genius of the game.
Yeah, because I think there was one choice that he made between a Red Guardian or the first Murlocs Crusade, which he opted to go for Red Guardian with. And I think Paul and Marshall even mentioned, like, this is a really good, game plan is to keep your opponents guessing.
Yep.
And I like it.
And we noticed there, we didn't hear exactly what they said, but right after Martin tapped, he untapped. After he tapped Kang, so it was very clear that we were at end step there.
Okay.
So Martin did say, bring it for combat. And I saw a look at Martin's hand. I think I saw both Red Guardians. So.
Okay.
And on the flip side, Arne, more red cards, no red mana.
Red Guardian is ready to take down Kang the Conqueror.
Red Guardian's a vampire?
No, he's Russian.
Oh, okay.
Do you not read comic books?
I guess not.
Vampire. Psh. Wrong set.
All right, there is the mountain, though.
Okay, nice. Repulsor Blast can take care of the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. or even this pesky Roth security officer, which more times than not can win games. So
Yeah.
let's see where we're going with this.
Cleaning that up nicely.
14.
And then
Down.
saving the Stark Industries for a little bit later. Play that next turn, and then start making treasures to get the activation of Kang going.
Yeah. Gonna accelerate towards that. Hope Martin taps out, which he probably won't do. And then start taking extra turns, yeah.
I would bet here that any time when Arne has the choice to get Kang in when a Red Guardian could pop up, he won't. So like this turn, I bet he'll attack, but I think he'll avoid that at all costs. And Martin knows that. He's, if you're playing on Arena, you're like, sure, I'm going to say go here instead of playing my 5-drop. I'm going to get my opponent. When your opponent's Arne Huschenbeth, you don't try to set up traps because the greatest people in the games don't fall for them.
They don't.
And then you just wasted your mana.
Yep.
And, then when you're wasting mana and limited and not using up your turns effectively, that's how you fall far too behind.
Yeah, certainly not going to get any freebies, at this level of competition, especially between these two players who, like you mentioned, former testing teammates. They're good friends too, and
3 cards.
it's kind of like all right, this is the kind of like a testing house type thing.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more on the line for sure.
But of course, they're so competitive. I was even talking to Martin here before this last round. And he was just saying, like, God, were you watching my last match? I was like, yeah, I commented. And he's like, I played so bad. And I was like, I saw like the one little mistake where he didn't play Blood Moon before he activated a Johnny, so he couldn't deal damage. He's like, yeah, that was terrible. And I was like, all right, Martin.
If that's the worst mistake you make all tournaments.
Exactly. But that just shows the attitude of players at their caliber.
Yeah,
like, any
absolutely.
minor thing is something they want to correct.
Yeah, they certainly hold themselves to a very high standard.
Exactly.
Iron Man in hand for Arne Huschenbeth. Can he deploy another big flyer and start adding on some artifacts?
Yeah, and this card's incredible. Whenever another artifact enters the battlefield, you draw a card there. So another really good combo with the 1-drop with the Stark Industries Executive. So
yeah, get Pepper out here, Iron Man. Gosh, Tony. Wiccan Shield Spy Kit.
having a 5/5 Flying Vigilance here is excellent, thanks to the Spied Kit.
Good.
And the Rising Magician here is just such an incredible card.
Yeah, Wiccan sweet. You know, if you're able to disrupt whatever nonsense your opponent's got going on, you can get blockers out the way. Power-up creatures you don't really want to flicker though, but when needs be, he can utilize that.
Martin accidentally gave Arne a little bit of knowledge there.
Oh yeah, what do you do?
Well, he scryed the God, what's the stone called? The Mind Stone into the yard when it's supposed to be scry, not surveil. So
whoopsie.
He said, "Oh, my hand doesn't need the Mind Stone right now." Yeah, that is 2 red guardians in hand.
Yeah. That is information.
As well as a super suit. The super suit is a nice little combo with the Rising Magician here.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, definite advantage to Martin here, but it's a very fragile advantage. If this 5/5 ever goes away, you know, Martin has no pressure, has to flash in these red guardians and start hoping they can get in there. And with the tapper plus the 5/5, you always will have a great attack. You either tap down Iron Man or Kang, whichever one you don't want Arne to block with. So usually you tap down the worst of the creatures.
Yeah, Iron Man in this case. No shade. No shade.
Yeah, of course, of course. Kang is just incredible.
Yeah, he's real strong.
And I think every single turn, Martin just says, when Arne says combat, Martin's like, go ahead.
What's Iron Man at the moment? Is it 4/4? Yeah. Flying Vigi, +1 for each other artifact. Oh no, he's a 3/4. Okay. Getting stuck on lands just a little bit there. Unless he's holding on to a couple.
Yeah, still
Don't
has.
see any though.
For Martin?
No, for Arne.
Oh, no, I don't think so, because he's definitely not going to hold any mana when once you count to 8. I wouldn't say you win the game, but an extra turn here
Yeah,
in
for
Limited
sure.
is incredible.
So yeah, just deploying the Stark Industries Executive, get some more artifacts on board, grow Tony Stark, grow the Iron Man, Master of Machines, and get closer towards...
And Martin did exactly what I was saying there, tap down the lesser of the creatures, just saying, you want to block with Kang? Go ahead, buddy. Because eventually, chump blocking is going to start next turn if Arne doesn't have anything to do here.
Arne needs another red source, which he'll get next turn, and he can kill the Roth security officer. So
With the truck toss? Yeah, that's true. If we didn't have the super suit that Martin for sure has.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be great. The super suit here, I think, is basically kind of checkmate because it's going to protect you against the truck toss. It can also blink out, you know, a creature thanks to the ability on the Rising Magician.
Oh my gosh.
So I think Martin's got this here.
Where is my super suit? It's in hand for Juza. Kree Commandos hits the board here. And another prowess flying threat, which I think is just going to get Arne a little dead here.
Yeah, and it's a...
Jeez.
What it really is another lethal attacker. You can move the spy kit over to the 2/1 flyer and now attack with 2 lethal threats. Tap down a creature at Arne's end step, and then tap down a creature during Martin's turn. And
yeah, there's not really anything Arne can do, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I think this one is over.
Jeez. Take that, Kang.
Martin avoiding the kind of the worst feeling that you can have starting 8-0, starting to lose your first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
You know, that's always kind of brutal.
I know. Martin, unless Martin disconnects, he's going to be 9-1 after this. And his goal for the tournament was to get 10 wins to requalify for the next one.
Okay.
I think he's going to get there. I'm just
Technically, he is already qualified for the next one with his Hall of Fame, but, you know, you get to save that one.
This was his invite. He used his.
Oh,
didn't he?
But the next one is PT1 and it resets. Yeah.
Reset. There you go. Gotcha.
But then he can save that for PT2 and he can kind of, you know, air quotes, be trained up a bit.
There you go. Choo choo. Pepper Potts. Excuse me. Stark Industries Executive making that treasure. Now we have an instant speed interactive spell locked and loaded.
Now Martin actually has an interesting choice here because if he taps down and there's a removal spell, he can't protect it with super suits. So he does have to make a bit of a choice here. And there is a removal spell because, the treasure just got made, so truck toss is online.
Ooh, is he going to tap a small critter? No, he has to go for the bigger guy, so it costs the extra.
He basically has to go for that because it's going to draw a card. Yeah, and it is large. So now Kang could attack, but at this point you have to block. And if you truck toss the tapper, Martin can just move over the spy kit, attack with both.
You can't truck toss the face.
Yeah. Yep. That is possible.
Can he get 6 damage in? That's the question. I don't think so.
I would think not. I mean, maybe Martin goes really shallow on blocks here and lets through Kang, but no way you're letting through Kang and the drone. That's just kind of a little obvious. So I think... I mean, there's a lot of different options from Arne here, but I think Martin kind of has the counterplay to all of them.
Yeah. Man,
this limited format is so great. We're both just like, this is awesome. We want more.
I love this, yeah.
And here it is.
Okay. All right, let's see what Martin sniffs out.
And I think this is a bit of the, last chance to do something play. And just kind of the Hail Mary a bit, but...
Should he have waited to create that treasure?
No, because Iron Man triggers on attack, so you wouldn't get to draw a card. Yep.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yep, and just goes on the block with the Kang, and that's it.
Jeez. What a cool game here between Arne Huschenbeth and Martin Juza. He progresses to 9-1. Only the one fumble so far to an incredibly silly deck with 2 Super Scrolls. But yeah, picking up a victory here against a current champion.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, the Super Scroll deck, we saw how great that was. That's a tough one to beat for sure. So yeah, Martin's going to be pretty happy being able to play for a 2-1. I think its deck is definitely 2-1 ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, so I think he'd be a little upset if he lost the last round. His deck is good enough to 2-1 for sure.
Yeah, usually, friends, this is where we'd be saying there's only one more round of Limited left. But if you haven't been paying attention, tomorrow,
Top 8 draft?
Top 8.
Oh, it's going to be glorious.
can't wait.
We haven't done it in so long.
We haven't, what, since 2011, I think?
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it is going to be
Too
an
long.
absolute treat to watch.
Well, we do have one more round of draft this day. So, friends, come back after the break. We'll be back at the news desk to set up for that.